All right, looks like we're up and going, up and running. Let me get a refresh. Stream looks good. How do I sound, guys? How's audio? All right, sounds like I sound good. Welcome back to another chart mastery session. Your typical chart mastery, you're going to start with we're going to start with cryptos today. Started with indices last time. I'm going to cover BTC, Ether, S&P, QQQ, Luna, some other charts I've got going, whatever you guys would like to show me. So start thinking of some tickers you want me to analyze for you, right? Let me know if you want Fibs or Harmonics, or check out Phantom, or however type analysis you'd like. I believe that Fibs are the most accurate, right? It's the most reliable. It's my go-to method, so that's what I'm going to go with. If you don't tell me you want like a harmonic scan or something, because we do have a harmonic scanner. All right. Looking at BTC, right? Even when we were down here, I was talking about seeing an up move, right? A 61.8 retracement. We've seen these occur. I'm not saying we're going to the moon, and I'm not saying we're still bearish, right? But I do have a saying and it is assume continuation until it's not, right? So here at this 61.8, which would have been the first bearish continuation, 61.8, right? BTC shot straight through it. So at this point, right, we can assume that is going to be bullish continuation. And back when we were down here, we were in this range. In this formation, I had said that we're going to see a move up to 40K, right? Just because it was incomplete in terms of a retracement, right? And this was, some people were saying, oh, it's a bear flying. Oh, it's an ascending triangle. What is it? I think it was more of an ascending triangle with a fake breakout, right? And now we're seeing the swing play out. And so the next target, right, next target on this move is going to be that 44. Go back to a little larger time frame, right? So the next target's going to be utilizing this previous swing high and the swing low down here. I could just adjust that fib just a little bit so to be more accurate. And I do think 44.776 is the target. I do have an alert here. That's where I'm gonna want to interact with it. Either I want to short it, or I'm probably gonna hedge a short here, maybe like long 40K. Unless it just plows right through it like it did the previous one, then we're looking at a larger retracement, right? Retracements happen to the upside too, right? It's basically retracing back towards the previous swing pivot, right? So which is right here. Guys, let me know who's in the chat. Say hi, talk to me, so I know who's here and who's not. Another thing we want to consider, right, is what happened, at this 61.8 retracement, and where we had a little bit of a fake out above and then a pullback, right, to the previous fib. So this can go a lot of ways. But I'm not looking to interact with any kind of positioning until we get up to 44.700, 44.600 range. That's when I'm going to want to interact with it, right? Before then, I'm not gonna. In terms of why did we turn where we turned, right, it was pretty much a bearish extension of this previous move, right? And that gives us the 1.6, and it turned right on it, right, on a dime. And that's why I'm expecting some kind of pullback to 40,940, right? That would be ideal to kind of maybe go up here a little bit, come back down before an up move, maybe even like 37. You guys see that? That's what I've got for BTC, right? If you're just saw a couple of guys just jumped into the stream. Basically, my next target's going to be like 44.700, 44.600 right here, right? Before I interact with it, and that's what I think we're going to see some resistance. All right, let's move on to Ether. ETH/USD is basically doing the same thing. And I'm just going to remove drawings, a lot of small term fibs on here, short fibs. All right. So ETH is a little tricky, right? I think if we go to take this swing high down to that swing low, it's at a 786. So ideally, right, which one's going to be our range break? It's tough. But if you look at like what the S&P did, right, we saw a major 61.8. So I'm not going to say I'm targeting 3830 right away. We still haven't even broken this trend line, right? The secondary trend line we did. But in terms of when BTC does hit at 61.8, right, ETH is at the 50 right now of this last swing break. What's happening here? No. Don't like it. Don't like it. Maybe, right? So I'm going to consider this to be our current swing, right? I'm not going to short ETH unless like I get, maybe if I get a short entry on BTC. I'm just going to short what I see as executable. What's up, boss hog? I'm just going to, I'm going to trade what I see. I'm not going to like try to anticipate a trade that I don't see. The fact that we see a 61.8 here at the trend line is really interesting, right? So if we get to 32, 35 and BTC's at my target and we're seeing some kind of hesitation from the chart, then I'm probably going to want to try to execute a short. I'm not saying we're going to go to like a sudden death move, right? But better safe than sorry, right? Luna's almost at our target, right? I tweeted about this one saying 100x long, let's go, LFG right here, like 47, right? We're at 57. Current swing target on this is gonna be, I think, 61 still, $60, right? I was telling the guys in Discord I'll really start taking the swing seriously if we break through 60. But if we don't get past 60 and we see BTC and Ether rejecting, probably going to want to take profit on half this long, right? Even though I'm long from here. Actually, no, long from here. Well, I did average up, so I'm still going to want to take profit on half. Looking for a breakthrough 60 and an up move to continue. All right, I'm going to cover indices next. Look at the S&P and the QQQ. I did signal some longs on them, and then I'm going to take any requests you guys have. Right, so you want to show me something? Now's the time. So as soon as I get done with indices, I can go over your chart. All right, looking at the ES. Historically, if BTC is going up, then risk is presumably on, right? And if it's coming down, then risk is off. It was really, really encouraging to see the weekly open today above 458, right, which is one of the long-term fibs. Remove drawings. I had this chart up in Discord. And so we're going to do is going to extend this range. And we want to see fib support, right? And we're basically like kissing this 446 level, right? We're testing it, retesting it. It's like between 446 and 448. I would like to see this hold and another test of the 61.8. More likely, I want to see a 786 move, and I'll tell you guys what I'm talking about in just a second. Let me just get rid of the awkward coloring on the pre-market hours. I don't know why it keeps doing that every time I reboot a computer. It does this. So I'm looking for a 786 move, right, which would put us at 467, but I'm not leveraging all the way up there, right? So what we're doing is our calls are the equivalent of 457, so we can take profit of 467 and let it go. I'm doing the same thing on the QQQ. And why am I doing that? Even if we're seeing some kind of repeat of 2018, that's what we saw, right? That's what we saw. And I'm not saying we're going to get the exact same thing, but I'm using that year as my schematic. Where are we at? 2020, 2019, right? I'm hoping for a move like this, where we did see the profit take it to 61.8 last week, right? And then we did see, so I'm going to circle it on the chart on the left. This right here was our profit take last week, right? And then we saw a bear trap, the 38.2. We saw something very similar here, right? A profit take, and then almost a 786, but then a bear trap here at the green line. So I'd really like to see some kind of other up move, even if it is a bull trap, right? Or at least another test of 457. All right, we'll look at Ford. We'll look at IOTX. We'll do Lincoln Matic. Thank you, Derlin Dog. You guys, awesome. Thanks for showing some love in the comments. All right. So that covers the ES. I'm looking for something similar on the NQ, right? So QQQ. And yeah, tech got beat down, right? Like tech got decimated. It's completely beat down. And I'm looking for pretty much the same type of retracement. If anything goes up, like if Facebook has an up candle, or PayPal, or Twitter, you know, anything that's in the NQ and the tech composite, right, is gonna get us a good move, like Apple, Microsoft, and yeah, I do think market's taking a big beating, so we're gonna see another test of 15129 in terms of QQQ pricing. We haven't even had a 61.8, right? So I'm looking for 378, and that's why I've got the further out calls with a little bit bigger of a swing move target on the TQQQ. That's why I signaled both of those today. For you guys that are not in Discord, follow the links, get into Discord. All our stock market channels are open to everybody today, so you can see all the plays that we're playing. I signaled the S&P and QQQ plays. So, all right, let me cover IOTX. Now I'm taking requests from the chat, from the comments. Boom. I think we covered this last time, and I was saying if 0.07 holds, then we're going to see continuation up, and if it doesn't, you might want to play your stop below it. Something like this, I would take 11 cents as the swing high, and a target 0.98, right? Like 0.98 as T1. And if it does continue upwards, if it does push through, right? Look at that. The trend line's almost right there too. So I mean, we're kind of getting confluence between this chart and the Ether chart, where the 61.8s are lining up with me, right? Or for me. So if you get 97 and it kind of fakes out, then it might just be a wick like we see on this past trend line break right here, right? There's a little wick past that trend line, and then the chart took a dive, right? So we could be expecting something similar, but that would be my initial target, right? 97. So if you're looking to pull out, take some profit. If we do think the market's going to continue to the downside, that we are in a corrective phase, then that would be a nice spot to get out. All right, looking at Matic USD. Matic is looking strong. All right, let me try to get us a top over here and find a SIP support. I'm going to use this last swing. Whoa, it's way past it, right? But it does give us 1.28, like to the decimal, right? And then we see the chart turn around right there. Well, almost. All right, looking at this swing, right? This looks like an almost complete 61.8. I'd want to see a push past $2, right? If we do get that push past $2, then I think there's probably going to be one more push. Let's look on like an hourly. Maybe it's doing a 5 count. It's 3. Probably get a bounce off 188 and then a $2. I would want to do a day trade on this and try to long 188 if it turns on good volume and sell at $2. Just because we're seeing a dip. Long. Target $2. Just a nice little call it a scalp, right? Get a 12-cent move, but we do it on leverage. Could be worthy. Just because I see the setup, right? From 187 to $2, I think that's a decent swing. What's going on here? You could go a little lower side. Wait for the volume to come in and start turning the chart. That covers Matic. Let me look at Link USD. Look at the tether chart on the Binance. That's right, I said the Binance. So Link, I posted it in the in our leveraged chat, right? And the leveraged, pretty much like where we trade our altcoins on margin in one of the chat rooms. And it was right here, right? And I said, hey, this thing's holding and it's looking good, right? It's holding at the midline on Phantom on the hourly and it's looking good. And since that post, it's gone ripping. It's made 24%. Now, you know, it's rubbing up. It's kind of been trading decent on Phantom, especially seeing a rejection here, right? Seeing the midlines hold, so we know this thing is trying to play along with Phantom. What's next? It's currently cleared the sell zone, so if it stays above, then I would want to probably trade it like I'm trading everything else. Let's remove indicators too and go for a 61.8 at 19. So everything's getting really close to that 61.8, but it's coming down before, right? It's like rejecting right before. So if we get an 18.24 retest, I'm gonna probably wanna BTFD and sell it 19, right? Pretty much same thing. It would be the same play as Matic. All right, looking at Ford. Ford got clapped pretty hard on earnings, right? My positioning is I'm still in profit. You guys should be too if you've been in with me from last year, right? We've got $21 calls, and they expire in 11 months. Now it's starting to look, you know, a little tricky here on this long-term move. Do I have my swings right? I don't like them. All right, we'll go with this. Right, you know, look, when you look at extensions like this, right, our last up move was from $12 to $26. And I believe the best way to trade this right now is looking at this retracement, right? So we're going to trade bullish continuation until it's not bullish continuation. And we should see bullish continuation right here. So if 1750 holds, I might want to average down, right? If you get a volume push up here, I might want to average down on my 21 calls because they're so close and you got so much time away. Because we do know 2349 is that next target, right? So you get another retest to 23 and so forth. But I'd expect Ford to hold at 1750 right now. Like I'd expect that to be support. And if it does break down, then 1490 would be the next breakdown target. But I mean, if it's gonna depend on what the market does, right? I mean, they did have a crapshoot of an earnings, but I mean, it's kind of expected. All right. Do we have any other chart requests? Any other tickers you want me to cover? If not, I'm gonna call this stream a day and get back on Discord. Get back in Discord, and you guys hop into Discord. It's free today, right now. All right, thank you all for tuning into the stream. I appreciate all your energy, all your ticker shells. Share this stream with a friend if you like it. Tell me you hate me if you hate it. And smash that like button if you're on YouTube or if you are on TradingView. I'll catch you guys on Wednesday, same time, same place, same everything, same tickers, unless you want to show me some more. Other than that, trade